Hi, I'm Marty. I bought Yeti SmartBench back in July 2021 and I started my own business called Gifts in Wood. Seeing as I'm a local guy, they've asked if I'll come in and share some videos with you guys, different projects. These projects you can follow along and make for yourself. Let's get started. I'm going to put in a request to HR based on coercion.
Coerced into what? Wearing a Santa hat?
Yeah, wearing a Santa hat. Hey everybody, in this video we're going to be doing a Christmas themed project. We're going to be making a Santa tray out of this 40mm thick oak. So when Santa's got time to pop down your chimney, he's got a little place then to have a snack for him and Rudolph. We're going to be carving 550mm by 300mm to form this tray. It's going to have two outer edges with handle holes, and it's going to have some nice V-carved detail carved into the bottom. One of the main features of this project is we're going to be flipping this whole piece of stock over, and then we're going to be working on the back side to cut a relief section on both sides then, so you can access the handle holes. It's just worth mentioning for this project, in regards to stock holding, I'm going to very simply drill down with a 12mm drill bit in two places that are well outside of our boundaries, okay? And then I'm going to fix this stock down to the bench with some 5x50mm screws. When I'm playing with reclaimed timbers, it's always worth making some marks on your reclaimed timber to figure out exactly where your project's going to be, okay? And because this is a two-sided project, I've decided to work from the center, and I've made those center references on the underside of my stock as well. So when I flip it over, I can reference back to exactly the same spot. I've also made some pencil marks on the spoil board. So as I flip it over again, I can use those as reference and this center mark as reference to ensure that my next cuts are going to be exactly where I want them. Okay, so as I prepare to run the first toolpath, I'm going to load the first cutter, which is a dished carving cutter made by Excalibur and provided by Axminster Tools. So this is a 1/4" shank, and what's noticeable about this, as well as having a rounded side profile, it's actually got a flat bottom. Okay, so this isn't your traditional ball nose cutter. This dish carve cutter will kind of span the need of both. So I'm going to get that loaded into the Z head. So at this stage, I'm just going to set the X and Y datum on the Z head. Now I'm working to the center of this project, so when I take it off and I flip it over, I can work to my other center reference on the other side and create the back cuts. So it's just worth mentioning that when I'm setting my laser to a pencil mark, I'll always just gently push my finger into the path of the laser mark. So it's kind of switching the laser gently on and off so I can see that it perfectly matches my pencil mark. Okay, so we finished our first toolpath, which is a 15mm deep pocket, cut with the 25mm dish carving bit. Okay, that's left a beautiful finish, but unfortunately, when dealing with any natural product, you can expect to find some natural imperfections. So this cut is highlighted quite a lot of cracks, unfortunately, in this piece of reclaimed wood. But it's not a problem because I've got some of this Osmo water-based medium oak filler. So I'm just going to quickly go through and I'm going to fill all of these cracks and defects. Not a problem, it's just a little bit extra time in prep. Okay, so while we get on and let that filler dry, we're going to set up our second toolpath, which involves a cutter change. I'm going to take out this dish carve cutter and I'm going to replace it for an 8mm 2-flute ready cutter. So this cutter will cut a maximum of 42mm deep, and our oak is 40, so we know we're okay there. This is going to require me to change the collet because this is an 8mm shank. These are very, very good bits, and these are the bits I use whenever I'm profiling and pocketing any oak, and it works very, very well. They're extremely sharp, they've got very good edge retention, so you get good value for money out of these cutters. And as you can see, from brand new, they've got a lovely sort of mirrored finish to all the cutting faces. So I'm going to put the 8mm collet into the collet nut. I'm going to get that set up so I'm happy it's in the collet correctly. I'm going to drop that into my spindle and I'm going to lock it off. So this cutter is now going to be used to cut the internal profiles for our tray handles. I will also be using the same cutter then to cut the outside perimeter profile cut. I'll just have to do a tool change in between then to do the V-carve on the inside of the tray, and we'll get onto that once the filler's dry. Okay, so we've finished our internal profile cut for our handles. I've swapped the spindle over to a 4mm end mill. So now we're ready to run the next toolpath, and that toolpath is going to be a clearance cut ready for our V-carve. So that is the V-carve clearance pass finished with our 4mm end mill. So we're going to swap over now to a 60-degree V-carve bit, and we're going to use this V-shaped bit then to run all the final decorative finish on the reindeer scene. And that's also going to inscribe then the Santa text. So as soon as we're done with that then, we can cut the profile on the outside of this tray and then flip it over to cut the reliefs for our handle holes. Remember guys, a clean workspace is a happy workspace. Okay, so that is our 8mm profile pass cut all the way around, including these lovely sweeping curves on the outside of our tray. I'm going to unfix this piece of stock from the spoil board. I'm going to cut the waste material out for the handle holes. We're then going to flip it over and redate them to the center of our project, and then we can cut the waste bits from the underside then for the handle holes. Okay, so that is our 6 tool paths completely finished. So the next step now is to cut away the tabs so we can fully get all the way around the project, to sand and to add some routered sort of ball nose profiles just to make it more gentle to the touch. And that will be all the woodworking done for our tray. Next step would be then to move on to adding some finish. Okay, so this is our project now, all sanded to 240 grit all the way across in all of the contours and all of the flat parts. So to finish this project, we're going to be using some Rubio monocoat. So this is a 2-part project. It comes with a colored oil, and then it comes with an accelerator then to help the oil cure in a reasonable time. Once we've treated our tray then with the Rubio monocoat, we're going to go and take this and we're going to go and set it to one side so the oils can fully cure. So that's our Santa snack tray all finished. I'm absolutely chuffed with how this came out, and Santa's going to eat very well this year. If you'd like to see how we made the CAD file, there'll be a separate link for a tutorial down in the description below. If you do follow along and make your own, please share it with us by using the hashtag SmartRouted and tagging us with @Yeti Tool. Merry Christmas, everybody.